Hello and welcome. For today's video, I'll be showing you how to make this cute summer-inspired cookie gift set. Let's start the tutorial by talking about color. Sometimes it can be tempting to use all the colors of the rainbow. Less is more. You don't want your designs to get lost in hundreds of colors. Here is the cutter set. It's a 3-piece set by Wilton. Pretty easy to find and not too expensive. We're going to start the tutorial with the sunglasses. I've printed my template to size and now I'm tracing it onto the surface of the cookie with an edible marker. The design with the lens portion of the glasses, I'm outlining the lenses in some gray icing and then flooding immediately. I will then be dropping in some white icing to create the illusion of a reflection. If you wanted, after this was done, you could spray the glasses with some pearl shine just to get that lens a little bit shiny. Set these aside to crust and then we'll be able to move on to the next step. Now I'm outlining the glasses in black icing. The black icing is what is tying the 3 designs together. You'll find black on all 3 cookies. And with a pretty fine tip, I didn't want a fat line around. Gives them kind of a clip art look to them. My black line had a little bit of time to crust. I came in with my purple and flooded the glass area. You can do it in sections if you want to ensure that the little ear portion is very separate so that things don't melt together. To the margarita. If you wanted, you could add a lemon. You just use a round cutter and melt it to the top there, secure them together. And now I'm tracing in the margarita portion. This will be green, and this is just a quick guideline for myself using an edible marker, of course. And now I'm outlining the design in black icing. Again, this is the color that's tying the 3 designs together. And once this is outlined, I'm going to let it crust before I come in and flood my colors. But my black icing has had time to crust. I'm coming in with my white icing and I'm flooding the top portion of the glass. I'm leaving that area in the center for the green icing to have the margarita portion. And once the green's in there, while the icing is still wet, I'll be dropping in some white icing for a little bit of reflection and to give the impression of bubbles. While my icing is still wet, I'm grabbing my black icing and coming in and adding a few lines to give it a little bit more interest, to make it look a little bit more like clip art. The base of the cookie is pretty straightforward. Some white icing, a few lines, a couple of dots, and we're done. We're going to set this aside to dry overnight. Now that the icing is dry, it's safe to apply our sanding sugar to the rim of the glass. I'm adding a line of green royal icing and I'm dipping that in a coordinating sanding sugar color. And that's it. on to the flip-flop cookie. Call me crazy, but I just can't do one flip-flop. It's like weird. You need 2 flip-flops when you're making flip-flop cookies. Simply bake one of the cookies upside down, and there you have it. You have a perfect set of flip-flop cookies. Now I'm outlining the cookies in black icing. Again, the color that ties everything together. Let that crust, and then we'll be able to come in and flood the design. This cookie might be one of my favorites simply because it's so versatile. You could add anything to the flip-flops. If you Google flip-flops, you could find anything. If you're having fish party, if you're having a pink party, a princess party, you could put anything in the flip-flop area. So they're really fun, but I opted to keep it more kind of adult looking, and so it's just waves. I'm working in wet icing. I'm dropping in the green lines, then I'm dropping in the purple lines on top of the green lines, and then I'm coming in with that black icing again with some dots. I wanted to give it the look of water without working in conventional blue. I wanted to switch it up with this color palette. Let these dry overnight before adding the straps to the flip-flop cookies. Decided to outline the straps before letting the cookies dry overnight. I just didn't want the sanding sugar to stick to that part of them, and I'm just eyeballing it. You want one section to be a little bit more narrow than the other, basically 2 triangles that meet up at the top, and then set these aside to dry. You don't have to use sanding sugar, but I love sanding sugar for this portion of the cookie. It really gives it the impression of a little bit of relief, since the strap is supposed to be above the base. And now I'm sprinkling that in black sanding sugar, and they're done. If you want, you could add a little element there to the center, a little pearl flower, whatever you want. And that's it. The cookies are done. I hope you enjoyed today's tutorial. These cookies are so fun. They'd be great for a child or an adult. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.